Hi, I am out here in the back pasture. We're getting ready to do another project out here for me that I need done. I have, and I'll show you in a minute what I'm doing. I have these tires out here that I'm keeping my herbs in, and when we put them together and put everything down, we put them far enough apart that we could get our mower in between them and keep things mowed. Well, I've got a whole bunch of wood chip mulch that I want to put down in between them that will help with maintenance and keeping weeds down and just make my life a little easier. So what we're going to have to do now is try to push these together a little bit. I have 3 rows and I want to move the outside rows closer to the inside row to make them closer together, because I don't really need the area to mow if I'm going to put wood chips down. So also, if I don't do that, then there's wasted growing space that I could use if I leave them where they're at. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you first what they kind of look like, so I can do kind of like a before and after of what they look like, and I'll show you what I've done. And then hopefully I'll be able to get a video of us pushing these in. They do have dirt in them. So I'm hoping with our tractor we'll just be able to push them and it'll kind of just move the dirt as well. So we'll see. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I don't even know if the dirt inside them is frozen. So that's another thing that might cause a problem. So we'll see. So I'm going to show you exactly what I've got going on out here so you can see it before. And hopefully the wind's not too bad so that you can't hear what I'm saying. But I'll show you my herb garden. All right, so this is my herb garden. I've got, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 9, 13. Yeah, 13 tires out here. And these need to come together. You can see there's a huge area in between each one. Our lawnmower is has a pretty big deck, so I put them far enough apart that we could get the lawnmower in between them and mow it. But I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of grass that grows around here, so I have to pull that out by hand. And that's not a huge issue, but it takes time, and it's just one more thing I have to do. And also, I'm not a snake person, but the snakes like to live in between the tires. There's enough of a gap that they can get through the bottom, and they like to live in there, especially when the grass is very tall. So I'm hoping that if I can put some wood chips in there, I don't know if it'll eliminate the snakes as much, but it should eliminate at least the having to pull all the weeds. This one's really bad. I haven't done it in a while. So it's looking pretty rough. So, and you can see around here. So I'm hoping to fill this in, move these end ones closer together, and then put wood chips in between them. Because yeah, as you can see, I could put another raised bed in there. And what I'm thinking of doing is using this for things that are more invasive to help contain them, and maybe putting another like a wooden raised bed right there, and put things that are not invasive, or like my basil that dies as soon as it frosts. So, and yeah, my kids, they play out here, so there's a truck out here. I got a poor car. Needs some repairs, I guess. Let's take it to the shop. But anyway, yeah, so I'm hoping to do that and put another raised bed in here, and because I am doing more herbs and more medicinals and all that kind of thing. So this is what we're up to, and hopefully Sean will be able to get out here with the tractor soon. I've got to look and see exactly how far apart I want these things. The hardest part we figure is going to be keeping them together and keeping them straight. Yes, I could probably just take all the dirt out and move it, but hopefully this is just going to be easier, simpler, and it's not going to be a big deal. So, all right, I'll probably show you some of the beam moving. All right. So this is what I've got so far done. I want to get some more chips and put them along here, but I need to clean up some of that dirt and stuff too from where we moved. I need to do the same with this side, but it's a pretty big improvement. It looks a little different. I'm gonna let these sit a little bit and let them kind of settle and get into place a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back in here and kind of some of the places where it's a little bit thicker, bring those back, and I'm hoping to go around this tire and finish that all up and just make a huge area here that's just covered in wool chips, and then I won't have to weed it as much. So I'm really excited about this. It's not 100% done, but this is enough for me for today. I'm a lot of you who know me personally know I have a lot of health issues, so I'm trying not to overdo it so I can still function. But this is a pretty good start. I'm really excited. The kids came out and helped me scatter all these wood chips. They had a blast doing that. I didn't get any footage. My phone, my tripod that I put it on tipped over in the wind, and so I didn't catch it in time. So by the time I caught it, we were done. So I'm not gonna put any of that on. I don't want to have to walk around upside down or sideways or whatever. So anyway, I'm really happy with how this is looking. This is one project that's done. I've got many more to do out here. But the big one is done. The greenhouse is done. So that's really exciting to have that finally done. We do have to put up some poles in the roll-up sides, but that we can do, at any time. We don't need to roll them up right now. It's not too hot in there right now, so it's not a big issue. We've just got some boards along the edge of them to keep it down so it doesn't fly away and let air in. But we're getting there. The next project will be in here. I hadn't burned that off a couple years ago. I burned a lot of this off, and that's why I made it, and kind of turn it into usable land that we can use. I've got some bushes in here that need to come out. There's like a rose bush in there. And then I've got a couple of these. I think they're like it's not a trumpet vine. What is that? Honeysuckle. That I am not sure yet if I'm going to be taking out. One thing that is really exciting is Sean wanted to build the kids a fort, tree house, playhouse deal. He was going to put it in a tree, but I think he's got it built for the most part, and it's super heavy, so I think he's not going to do that. But we're going to put it in here. There's this tree right here. I can't use that area, and so we're thinking of putting our tree house or playhouse underneath that, so it also has some shade in the summertime. So while I'm out here working, if the kids want to come out and work, I can keep track of them and they can have fun. And then in here, you probably can't really see it very well, and I'll show you as we're building it. I want to put in some raised beds. I'm thinking of putting in my medicinals in there. Some flowers, and just make it really pretty, almost kind of like a cottage garden type thing, where the kids have their playhouse and then they have their cottage garden. They won't be able to do much of anything but help maintenance and upkeep, but anyway, it'll look really pretty, I hope, when we're done. That's going to be a big project to clean all that up. As you can see right here, there used to be a pig house out here, and we tore that down. These wall right here was still pretty good and intact and everything. So Sean wanted to keep that, and he's got a project that he wants to do with those. So that's why they're still sitting there, and they're super heavy, so I haven't moved them, and we've just been so busy that it hasn't been a number one priority. But pretty soon that's going to have to come out of there, and then I'm going to be doing there's some vine in there, some grapevine, some wild grapes. That's going to have to come out, and I know that's going to be a pain. There's brambles and raspberry bushes, the wild ones. I want to get those out and get those just take all that out and clean it all up and make it really nice. There is some holes where the pig hut was. There's several woodchuck holes. They're older ones, so he's not living there anymore. But those have to be filled in so they're not a hazard. But then that's gonna be fun. And there's like a mound of dirt right here that we'll have to take out or move or whatever. So I'll be filming. I hope to film some of that. Sometimes I'm still getting into the habit of trying to set up my camera and film all that. And yeah, you can see the boys over there. They're playing. They're having a good breakfast, I guess. So yeah, I think they're enjoying having us back here. They all winter long, they kind of were on their own. So we've been back here a lot more, so they're getting lots of attention. I think they're liking that. So anyway, we're getting there with the projects. Another thing that I want to do is there's like a ditch here, or this used to be a pig pasture. They used to have pigs here. So over here, it's kind of lower down here. It's almost like a ditch, and I'm guessing it was more like a wallow. I'm guessing that's where the pigs were. So it's kind of like a ditch, but there's like brambles, and there's, I need to clean this up. It's kind of an eyesore. I've been wanting to do it. This year might be the year, I'm not sure, but I want to clean it up and dig that ditch a little bit deeper. We have some drainage problems back here. This is the road. I think you've seen all the cars go by, and our property slopes back this way. So when it rains, all that water comes back here, and once this is full, it actually goes all the way over here. This is where over here is where our drain field is, and then it just slopes down this way and just floods this area right here. This mess right here, I put in a raised garden a couple years ago, and it was dry when I put it in, and then we had a spring, and it was very wet, and it was not, I found out that it was the hard way that it was a problem. I put onions in there last year, and then it did the same thing, got really wet, and I could not get to them, and the weeds grew crazy fast, and I didn't get any onions because of it. By the time I got a chance to get over there, it was too late. So I'm wanting to hopefully do some digging over here in this trenchy area to maybe hold more water. We'll see, and kind of help alleviate some of that. We have a high water table here, so it takes forever to dry. And also, it's kind of like a swampy area anyway. So just trying to figure out some ways to kind of help with drainage, I guess. And I could use the dirt anyway to fill my raised beds. So that's going to be a lot of projects this year. I'm hoping to get a bunch of them done. But we'll see. There's Daisy. She's in there. She comes out with me a lot. She likes being out here with me. I think she's afraid I'm gonna stay out here and never come back in the house, I guess, and then she'll have to live with the kids. It's tempting. So anyway, yeah, I hope you're come along with us as we do this journey and try to grow, and we'll be doing a lot of work out here. And hopefully when we're done, it's going to be an absolutely beautiful area to come to. This is really a dream come true. I've always wanted a big garden area, almost like a botanical garden. It's going to have not just botanical flowers and stuff in there, but it's going to have like food. I'm going to put a lot of like squash out here. Brassicas. My brassicas will be out here because I can cover those up pretty easily. We do have a lot of rabbits out here. I think the deer, since we've put up the greenhouse and we've been out here more, the deer don't come out here as much. Plus, they have that electric fence that they're not, I don't think, thrilled about. And it's all swampy way back in there, and there's a lot of weeds, so it's more of a cover area. So I think they stick back there more than they do up here, which is fine. So, yep. I'm exhausted just thinking about everything we have to do. And yeah, we gotta clean everything up. It's one thing at a time. We're trying to get everything ready for summer, spring. We've got to clean up the yard from all of the winter projects, and oh yeah, we're gonna be busy. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.